Hi everybody. Hi Griffin. Welcome to New York City. Hopefully the volume is coming across okay. Had a little bit of technical difficulty setting up this broadcast, so hopefully you can hear me. We are in New York City. We are on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. It is 8:45 p.m. on Saturday evening here in New York City. 78 Fahrenheit, which equates to approximately, I believe, 25 and a half or so Celsius. It's a beautiful evening here. We have some rain clouds overhead, but so far it has not rained. How you doing, Griffin? Thank you for joining. I'm just panning around New York City, and Central Park should be coming into view. There's a helicopter ahead. There's the helicopter. Very common sight here in New York City. And there's Central Park. Glad to hear that, Griffin. So there's Central Park. That is the Fifth Avenue side of Central Park. And that is the New York City Central Park Reservoir. But us New Yorkers just call it the Central Park Reservoir. The official name is the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir. And it's going to get dark in about 5-10 minutes, so I'll stay with you as long as we still have a signal and as long as we still have some views before the darkness covers it. 108 days till your next visit. Awesome, Griffin. Joey, welcome, Joey from Brooklyn. Joey from Brooklyn, a fabulous broadcaster out of Brooklyn. Give him a follow. Joey does beautiful sunsets from Brooklyn and from the Staten Island locations of New York City, and he does fabulous broadcasts throughout New York City. So give Joey BKLYN a follow. He is awesome. I have not been broadcasting much on YouTube Live. That is entirely my fault, but I'm glad I could be with you here now. We had a beautiful day in New York. It was very humid. The humidity has died down a bit. We're on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. That noise you hear is a helicopter hovering overhead, which is very common here in New York City. We are on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. We're facing directly west. It is 7:50 p.m. The sun oh, Joey, you're too kind, thank you. It is 7:50 p.m. The sun has already set here in New York City, so this is the remnants of it. We didn't have much of a sunset because, as I mentioned earlier, it was quite overcast today in New York City. But the good news is the humidity has really calmed down. It is no longer humid here. We have a beautiful view here at night over New York City. It is getting darker by the moment, so I'll stay with you as long as I can until it gets too dark to see anything. We're facing west. We're in the west 80s on the Upper West Side in New York City. Temperature right now is 78 Fahrenheit, which is approximately 25.5 Celsius. Facing straight away west. So once you get past these buildings, you're actually into New Jersey. So way off in the distance is actually not way off, probably just a half a mile to the west is where New Jersey begins. You cannot see it from here, but the Hudson River is right beyond these buildings. The Hudson River is where Captain Sully Sullenberger landed his aircraft a couple of years ago. Oh, thank you, Joey. Appreciate the kind words. Yeah, I need to start broadcasting more on YouTube, no doubt about it. I've been slacking on it, not doing nearly enough broadcasts on YouTube Live. This is all the Upper West Side of Manhattan. I'm up on the roof deck of the building that I live in. We're on approximately the 17th floor roof deck here in New York City. Anyone who lives in this building is allowed up on the roof deck, and that's where I am right now. And I'll point out a few interesting pieces of trivia here as I pan the camera around the Upper West Side. And we'll go back to Central Park in a moment. You can see it's starting to get quite dark now because the sun has already set. Darkness is coming in. This is all Central Park. I'm on Central Park West. That is Central Park West right there. The other side of Central Park is the Fifth Avenue side. Griffin, I do not have a view south because there's buildings blocking it. So I cannot see south because this building is in the way. But that is the Central Park Reservoir. There's a great running track around there. I go running around the Central Park Reservoir several times a week. The other side of the park is the Fifth Avenue side. I'm on the Central Park West side. This building across the street might look familiar. Why? Because that corner of the roof deck is where The movie The Big Short filmed their very last scene, starring Steve Carell. If you go on YouTube and Google The Last Short, Last Scene, you'll recognize that roof deck right there where I'm pointing. Steve Carell filmed the very last scene of The Big Short movie right there in the corner of that roof deck. One of the cameramen was standing approximately where you see that potted plant, and he was filming right across the way, one of the many camera angles to that last scene, The Big Short. For those of you who saw the movie The Talented Mr. Ripley starring Matt Damon, I did not see the film, but I am told one of the scenes that Matt Damon filmed was right inside this penthouse in my roof deck, right here in this building. Actually, it's not my roof deck. I live in the building, so it's a community roof deck up here where I am, but right there is one of the penthouses. And there's a scene in The Talented Mr. Ripley where Matt Damon's character is playing the piano in the living room, and in the background you see a beautiful view of Central Park, and that scene was filmed right in this penthouse where I'm pointing, on this very roof deck, in that penthouse, The Talented Mr. Ripley. So there is your movie trivia. And we'll pan back around facing west. Joey, how did you share this broadcast? Because I don't know how to share on YouTube. I have not shared your broadcast. I have not shared Dutchman's broadcast. I have not shared Judy Ron's broadcast. Why? Because I don't know how to do so on YouTube. There's no share button here on YouTube. So please explain that to me. Whereas Periscope, for example, there is a share button, but I am not aware of a share button on YouTube. There might be one, I'm just not aware of it. So let me know how, so I can share your broadcast as well. Unless I can only share it after the live stream is over. That might be the trick, I'm not sure. I'm just panning around right now. For those of you watching on replay, I'm responding to live comments. So if you hear me answering a question and you have no idea why I'm answering a specific question, is because this is being broadcast live and there are some folks asking questions and I'm responding to them. This is all the Upper West Side of Manhattan in New York City. And I'll stay with you a few more minutes. It's getting much darker now quite quickly, so pretty soon we'll not be able to see much because it is getting dark quickly. Right now it's 8:55 p.m. It is almost 9 p.m., 78 Fahrenheit, 25.5 Celsius. You shared on Twitter and also made a community post. Joey, it might be easier, I don't know how easy it is for you to answer this question on this broadcast, but what do you mean by a community post? If it's too complex to answer on this message, just send me a DM or we'll talk about it when we have time, because I do not know what you mean when you say you made a community post. I don't know what that is. I'm still learning how to do this YouTube Live, so I will have to be educated about that. With that said, Joey, I say thank you very much. Post community, oh, okay, so you can only do community if you have 1,000 subscribers. Well, that would explain why I don't know what you're talking about, because I do not have 1,000 subscribers yet on YouTube. But hopefully, eventually, I will get there. So Central Park should be coming into view once again. And Joey, by the way, congratulations to you on having over 1,000 subscribers. Good for you, Joey, well deserved. If you have a secondary device, you can share it on Twitter yourself. Oh, okay, I only came up here with my iPhone. I do have an iPad, but it's downstairs in my apartment. But that's good to know for next time. And thank you, Joey. Thanks for all the information. Joey and Nabul have been extraordinarily helpful and patient the last couple of weeks in answering my many questions about YouTube Live, because I'm still learning how to use YouTube Live. Thank you, Joey. Much appreciated. Thanks, Joey. So I'll stay on just a couple of more minutes and continue to film this beautiful roof deck views of the Upper West Side of Manhattan. I'm just panning around here. We were expecting a lot of rain. It did not happen, at least not here in Manhattan. so I figured I'd come right up here on the roof deck for you. Twitter you can, and Facebook. I missed that comment. I don't have Instagram, but I do have Twitter. I'm not on Instagram. I am on Twitter. Everyone should be following Joey Brooklyn, JoeyBklyn on YouTube. He is phenomenal. Does beautiful walking tours throughout New York City, does beautiful sunsets over Brooklyn and over the Staten Island area, the Verrazano Bridge area. Just gorgeous sunset views. So make sure you follow or subscribe to Joey from Brooklyn. Louise Poppy is doing, okay, I didn't even know she was on YouTube, Joey. See, I'm learning more. Awesome. Bennett helping here. Been helping here. Excellent. Thanks, Joey. Much appreciated. I'm still learning my way around YouTube Live because I haven't done it in a while, so I sort of forgot what to do. It actually took me a while to even set up this broadcast. I kept on getting an error message, and then I realized what I was doing wrong and I corrected it and was able to go live. But it's just little things like that. I need to start doing this more frequently. Okay, Twitter is enough. Cool. All right, so I'm going to leave it right here. It's 9 o'clock, so this is a good place to end it. I want to thank all of you, and Joey, thank you so much for all your help. Thanks everyone for watching, and all the replay viewers. I appreciate you as well. And I need to do a much more frequent broadcast here on YouTube. Griffin, thank you for being here. Appreciate all of you. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and until next time, have a great rest of the weekend. Take care. Thanks for all your support. Much appreciated. And bye for now. Take care. Good night.